Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. I thought that it would be timely to jump in live today and share with you what macronutrients are and why we track them in the Empowered Method, given that we have a new session getting ready to start on March 18th. So there are lots of new faces here on my Facebook page. So for those of you that are not familiar with me yet, my name is Lindsay Bush. I am the creator of the Empowered Method, where I help the busy woman get lean, fit, and strong by shedding fat and limiting beliefs. So I'm gonna dive right in. If you are here, say hi, let me know that you're here. I already see that some of you are tagging your friends. Please send them here. If you are not catching this live, you're catching the replay, type replay so that I know you tuned in and so that I can answer any questions you might have. So let's dive right in. What are macronutrients or macros, as you hear so many people say? Well, macros are carbs, fats, and proteins that make up the food that we eat. And I know when I first started tracking macros, I found it really confusing because I was like, wait, but what about calories? Well, now that I say this, I'm like, okay, you're a total ding dong. But macros are what make up our calories. So, for instance, one gram of a certain macro has a certain number of calories in it, and I won't get into all that because I don't want to be too confusing. But that's what makes up calories. So yes, you are somewhat tracking calories when you're tracking macros, but I want to talk a little bit today about why we focus on macros specifically, especially in the Empowered Method. So the number one reason for me is because nothing is off limits. So when you hear people talk about flexible dieting or the flexible dieting lifestyle, they are referring to macro tracking because it truly means that if a food fits into whatever macro breakdown you're following, it's not off limits. You can consume that. So in the Empowered Method, we follow a very strategic fat loss macro split. And so I give my ladies this formula when they join the Empowered Method. And so that's what you really see driving all of these incredible before and after transformations that I share. So the other reason that I really like tracking macros is because if I'm craving something that might not necessarily be within our normal nutrition guidelines, and I say normal because we do focus on clean eating, whole food nutrition in the Empowered Method, but we also enjoy treats that we really like. We enjoy them guilt-free. So treats are fun food. So let's say that one of my guilty pleasures, and this is just kind of a running joke, is that I love Krispy Kreme donuts from the gas station. Like, I don't need these fancy donuts from the bakery that have like cereal and all the things. No, I just need a Krispy Kreme donut from Speedway gas station. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you. And let's say I really want to eat that. So I will start tracking my day with that particular food so that I can adjust my macros around it because I know it's something that I really want to eat. Another reason that tracking macros is so much more effective than simply tracking calories is because in the Empowered Method specifically, we are after fat loss. So we are really looking to build lean calorie burning muscle because that revs up your metabolic rate, and it also it helps achieve the physique that most women are after, that lean toned look. And so we are focused on building that lean calorie burning muscle, and we are focused on we're building that and we're burning fat. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that we're eating adequate protein. And so that is taken into account in our macro formula that I give out to my clients in the Empowered Method. And so it's really important that we're not just looking at calories in, calories out, but that we're making sure that we're getting the right amount of carbohydrates to fuel our workouts. Carbohydrates are a very, very, very important fuel source, but they have become demonized. So many people want to demonize carbs, but they are actually really important, especially to females, because we have a very delicate hormone balance. And so carbohydrates are an important part of that. We also need to make sure that we're getting adequate protein. So I prescribe a certain amount of protein for my clients to focus on hitting each day, because that's what burns or that's what builds that lean calorie burning muscle. So if you're not eating enough protein, we are not going to be able to see that muscle being built. We also need to make sure that you're eating an adequate amount of healthy fats. Fats are really important when it comes to cognitive function as well as hormone balance. So all of these macros, when paired together with a certain formula, is how you start to shed that stubborn stored fat and build that muscle that's going to give you that lean look. And it is also going to help rev up your metabolic rate, which really at the end of the day means you can eat more because your body burns more calories at rest. I don't know about you, but I like to eat. So that is something that is really, really important to me. I want to know that my hormones are balanced, I am burning stored fat, and I am building muscle that is going to help me be strong. It's going to help me be able to go through life as the best version of me, all while repairing my metabolic rate so that I can eat foods and live and enjoy life. So if you have never tracked macros before, I highly recommend using the MyFitnessPal app. The free version is going to be perfectly adequate for anyone tracking macros. I know that there are some other apps out there, but so start with MyFitnessPal, gain a familiarity with carbs, fats, and proteins. And if you would like a copy of my macro cheat sheet, which shows you what makes up carbs, what makes up fats, and what makes up protein, drop your email address as a comment here on this video, and I'd be happy to send that over to you. I think you would find it really helpful if this is new to you. I think it's really easy to think you know what a carb is, or you think you know what makes up protein, but there's no shame. I've created this cheat sheet for a reason, because lots of people don't know, and that's okay, right? That's why I have a job. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, think about joining the Empowered Method, guys. Like, these are the building blocks of the program, and it is really a game changer for my clients. So we are starting on March 18th with an incredible group of women. I am so excited. I just finished filming the prep week training videos. I am rolling it out differently this session, and it's going to be so much easier to go through the material. So the way that it's going to work is you will have a video series set up much like a course that you can self-pace yourself through, and then I'm going to be live doing a live Q&A to make sure you get all of your questions answered. And I think this model is going to work so much better, because for people that are easily overwhelmed, you can go slow and go at your own pace, and that's okay. But for those of you that want to get off to a fire start, you're going to have the tools that you need to get started right away. So I really want to try to meet people where they're at in the most effective way. So I'm really excited about the way this is coming together, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to be live in the group. It is so much fun, and we would absolutely love to have you. So if you're interested, check out the link. I dropped it in the comments here in this video. And again, if you found this information helpful, please hit the share button. I would be so forever grateful. Word of mouth referrals is the #1 way I grow my business. And every time somebody helps me out with a referral, I am just so deeply grateful. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm wishing you a great rest of your Tuesday, and I hope you have a great one. See you soon. Bye.